this is Kizarok. Hello guys, welcome to a new video. What he just said, in the last video I informed you that I'm a massive Harry Potter fan, and yeah, I'm going to pick up where we left off, really. So let's carry on. To rest on top of the... Whoops, sorry, wrong page. He beckoned to Harry and led him out of Kingsley's cubicle, through a second set of oak doors into another passage, turned left, marched along another corridor, turned right into a dimly lit and distinctly shabby corridor, and finally reached a dead end, where a door on the left stood ajar, revealing a broom cupboard, and a door on the right bore a tarnished brass plaque reading, "Misuse of Muggle Artifacts." Mr. Weasley's dingy office seemed to be slightly smaller than the broom cupboard. 2 desks had been crammed inside it, and there was barely space to move around them because of all the overflowing filling cabinets lining the walls, on top of which were tottering piles of files. The little wall space available bore witness to Mr. Weasley's obsessions. Several posters of cars, including one of a dismantled engine, 2 illustrations of a postbox he seemed to have cut out of Muggle children's books, and a diagram showing how to wire a plug. It's odd. Sitting on top of Mr. Weasley's overflowing in tray was an old toaster that was hiccoughing in a disconsolated way, and a pair of empty leather gloves that were twiddling their thumbs. A photograph of the Weasley family stood beside the in tray. Harry noticed that Percy appeared to have walked out of it. Ask as if you didn't know. In The Prisoner of Azkaban, they had a massive argument. And in The Goblet of Fire, they hadn't been talking, and every time the name Percy was mentioned, Molly cried and burst into tears. So yeah, if you didn't understand why Percy had left, it was because he joined the Ministry and they'd started arguing. "We haven't got a window," said Mr. Weasley apologetically, taking his bomber jacket and placing it on the back of his chair. "We've asked, but they don't seem to think we need one. Have a seat." Harry, have a seat. Have a seat, Harry. Doesn't look as if Perkins is in yet. Harry squeezed himself into the chair behind Perkins's desk, while Mr. Weasley rifled through the sheaf of parchment Kingsley Shacklebolt had given him. Remember, Shacklebolt is the guy from earlier? "Ah," he said, grinning as he extracted a copy of a magazine entitled "The Quibbler from its Mist." "Yes," he flickered through it. "Yes, he's right. I'm sure Sirius will find that very amusing. Oh dear, what's this now?" A memo had just zoomed in through the open door and fluttered to rest on top of the hiccoughing toaster. Mr. Weasley unfolded it and read it aloud. "Third, regarding the public toilet reported in Bethnal Green. Kindly investigate it immediately. This is getting ridiculous. A regurgitating toilet. Anti-Muggle pranksters," said Mr. Weasley, frowning. "We had 2 last week. One in Wimbledon, one in Elephant and Castle. Muggles are pulling the flush, and instead of everything disappearing, well, you can imagine,